Hey, this is Mark's watching with MTC Media. Well, of course, social media, even the day after Christmas, has gotten fired up by the Raiders' win over Kansas City yesterday. And it seems that the problem isn't that we've seen Kansas City kind of regress offensively. The problem isn't that probably a lot of people who kept saying that Eric Bieniemy essentially did nothing but live off of Andy Reid. Could be wrong on that one too, buddy. Especially with Matt Nagy having that position again. None of that's the reason why Kansas City has regressed. Kansas City has regressed because of Taylor Swift. That's what people believe, that Taylor Swift and her presence is ruining the Chiefs. Now, for those who are new to this, because you don't consume the NBA, because this is old hat, guys. This is why I think it's hilarious that now people who don't watch the NBA act like it's something new because it's happening in the NFL, bro. This has been for years. But the problem is, it's the consumer. The problem is the fan. The fan who thinks that the only way that you can do your job to the best of the ability is if your job defines your self-worth. And when you try to convince people of that, it opens up a bunch of problems. People's jobs are not their self-worth. Yet in sports, even as we're focusing more on mental health, in sports, people still want it to be. This is all about what you do in the field, and this should be the only thing you're concentrating on. And if you lose a game, you should think of yourself as the worst human being out there because you didn't do your job. And we apply this to athletics so much, and I'll give you a few examples. Back when Shaquille O'Neal first started doing, rapping and some acting in the off season, and the narrative was, shouldn't you be concentrating on your free throws? Shouldn't you be concentrating on basketball? You don't care about basketball. You want to be an entertainer. It's ridiculous stuff like that. We lived in a time where when Jim Brown wanted to act, he had to quit football because the thought process again was you can't do the same with both. We get so struck by titles. Who's doing this full time? Who's doing that full time? And it's just so stupid. It is the argument and the cry of the ignorant. So even more examples was, remember when I believe it was Tony Romo and Jason Witten took the trip to, I think it was Cabo. Oh, you can't be concentrating on winning if you reset the page and get yourself right mentally. That's not going to help. You need to be in the playbook 24/7. If you're not in the playbook 24/7, then you don't care. I mean, it just sounds so childish. It's the same thing with Odell Beckham and them with the pictures on the yacht. You do something to bond with the team, and oh my gosh, it's not bonding with your team. It's that you don't care, and you're just stealing money. This is where we are. So it's not about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. It's about a mindset. It's about a mindset that still in athletics, if you have any other interest besides athletic, they act like you're cheating someone. That your whole life has to be athletics. I think this was about 2 or 3 years ago, one of the times the Dodgers failed to win when they were supposed to win. And some fans saw, after they had gotten eliminated, some fans had seen, I think it was Clayton Kershaw and a couple of other teammates at a restaurant or at a bar. And I think they were kind of laughing it up and talking and stuff like that. And then, social media was deluged with, they don't even care about winning and losing. You see, you pay them all that money and they don't even try. What are you talking about? We all have a bad day at work. One of the things you try to do is not to take it home with you, because it's not who you are and it's not going to define you. Yet in sports, we still hold on to that. So did Taylor Swift kill the Chiefs? Probably not any more than people who used to say that if you date a Kardashian, it's going to kill your career. The Kardashians are career killers, you know. Did it kill Shaq? Last time I checked, Shaq had a really, really great career. It didn't kill Shaq that he did some acting and some hip hop. You want something that would kill Shaq is I'm the hooper, the hyper, protective eye viper, which is one of the worst ways in the history of hip hop to have opened up a song. Now, you want to criticize him for that? I'm with you on that. So for all you people out here who are new to this, no, it's not fragile men blaming a woman. Look at these fragile men blaming women, because I've seen a lot of that. You know, that just shows you how fragile men are. It's not any of that. Because they'll blame a woman, they'll blame a vacation, they'll blame if you read a book that's not your playbook, they'll blame if you have, after a loss, maybe you want to have lunch with your wife. Oh, that's a distraction too. You want to go on vacation with your kids. Oh my gosh, what are you doing having kids? You should be just concentrating on winning games. That's just, it's a societal problem. And it's a societal problem that is always centered around athletics. We do it to pro kids. We do it to college kids. It's a sickness, bro. So let's just relax for a second and understand that Travis Kelce dating Taylor Swift is not killing the Chiefs. Maybe thinking that Eric Bieniemy was irreplaceable, and you guys in your narrative on why Eric Bieniemy shouldn't get a head coaching job, despite the fact that other coaches that have had the same position as Eric Bieniemy have gotten head coaching jobs, including the current Kansas City Chiefs offense coordinator. Maybe you want to look at him. Maybe you want to look at Matt Nagy. But for the love of humanity, can we stop with this whole idea that these guys' self-worth, guys and women, depending on the sport, should be defined by winning and losing? Because it's the most immature, most ridiculous thing that I've seen. Keep it in 23, guys. Don't bring it to 24. This is Marcus Washington with MTC Media.